When I reached out to Representative Jared Huffman, I was put in touch with his district scheduler and office manager, Alexia Byers, who gave me this written statement of his. Congress must enact comprehensive and common sense legislation to address the gun violence epidemic in this country. Too many people have lost their lives in this country to senseless, heartbreaking acts of gun violence. Since 2020, gun violence has been the leading cause of death for children and teenagers. I am committed to doing everything in my power to address the gun violence epidemic. Thoughts and prayers are not enough. Congress must act. As a member of the Gun Violence Prevention Task Force, I have supported common sense gun reforms throughout my time in Congress. I have been an original co-sponsor of legislation to ban the purchase of military-style assault weapons in each session of Congress since I took office. This Congress, I am an original co-sponsor of H.R. 698, the assault weapons ban of 2023. This bill would ban the sale, importation, manufacture, and transfer of assault weapons, bringing federal law in line with California's common sense approach to preventing gun violence. Additionally, I am a co-sponsor of H.R. 4184, the Equal Access to Justice for Victims of Gun Violence Act, which would end the firearm industry's immunity against civil suits and ensure they can be held accountable for negligence. I have also long supported expanding background checks for firearm purchases. I am an original co-sponsor of H.R. 715, the Bipartisan Background Checks Act, which would expand background checks to cover all gun sales, as well as H.R. 2403, the Enhanced Background Checks Act, which would close the Charleston loophole, which allowed a gunman to kill 9 people at Mother Emanuel Church in Charleston, South Carolina. In the 117th Congress, I voted to pass S. 2938, the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, which incentivizes states to implement extreme risk protection order laws, strengthens background checks for buyers under 21, and provides funding for community-based violence prevention. President Joe Biden signed this historic legislation into law in June 2022, the first major gun reforms to be enacted in 30 years. I have also supported several additional bills to address the gun violence epidemic. I was an original co-sponsor of H.R. 1454, the Ghost Guns Are Guns Act, as well as H.R. 3088, the Untraceable Firearms Act, both of which would close the loophole that allows purchasers to evade federal background checks by buying unassembled, untraceable firearm kits online. These bills have not yet been reintroduced in the 118th Congress, and I look forward to reviewing them upon reintroduction.